Candlepin Challenge, brought to you by American Car Care Centers in conjunction with CN8 and the International Candlepin Bowling Association. Hi again, everybody, and welcome back to the Woburn Bowlerdrome. John Holt with Dan Murphy and our CN8 crew, and Jeremy Seaholm, our reigning champ, looks to make it 3 in a row this week.
That's right, go for 3 in a row, but before that, we need a challenger, and Trina will introduce those in just a second, but our format is the same. It's that one game, that challengers match. The winner, of course, moves into the championship match, the 2-game portion of the show. And of course, I keep forgetting to tell you that there's $1,000 out there for anyone who accomplishes the feat of throwing 3 strikes in a row, and we'll split that among all those who do it. So that's still out there.
Without further ado, Trina Fernandez standing by with the challengers. Trina?
Thank you, John. I'm here with Mike Legendre and Bob Caliri. And Mike, it's your first time on the show, so welcome. We're glad to have you here. Nervous, jittery?
A little bit, just a little.
Yeah.
But it's expected, first time on. But.
So what's your strategy today?
Just bowl what I need to bowl, and that's it. Just bowl.
All right, you're saying you're going to try to block it all out and just concentrate on those pins, right?
That's it.
Good luck to you today. Good to have you here. And Bob, welcome back. You've already been on once this season, and it was very close. What happened?
I bowled Eric Young, lost by a pin in the challenger match, so let's hope I can do a little bit better than that today.
1 pin. That's tough. Have you been dreaming about that?
No, not really. I mean, it's bowled long enough. I mean, 20 pins, 1 pin. Loss is a loss. So hopefully I can do better today.
Well, it's good to have you back again, Bob. And hopefully both of these guys have the day of their life. Back over to you, John.
Okay, Trina, thank you. Jeremy, as you go for number 3 in a row, do the nerves build, or has the confidence been building in the last few weeks?
I think the confidence is more building up. I mean, you're going to bowl a great bowler no matter what on TV, so you just got to, like I've said before, just throw your own game. Don't worry about them.
Like any successful champion, you have good family support. Tell us who's here to support you.
My wife is here, my sister is here, my grandfather, my 2 best friends.
You cornered the market on seats. Good for you.
That's right.
Good luck again today.
Thank you.
Back with the challengers match right after this on CN8.
American Car Care Centers.
Here are 5 great reasons to choose your American Car Care Center for tires for your car or truck. And here's one more. At your American...
Welcome back to the Woburn Bowlerdrome. Another edition of the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge and our Challengers match. We always open with it, a 1-game match. Today's challengers, Bob Caliri, who you see seated, and Michael Legendre from North Attleboro, Massachusetts, to go first.
Oh, drops 9. He leaves just a 10-pin.
The winner to meet Jeremy Seaholm, our reigning champ, 2-time champ, shooting for his 3rd title this week. And a mark for Michael. Spare to open with in the first. Here comes his fill over to a lane 36. We use 35 and 36. Here in Woburn, another good crowd on hand, and glad to have you at home watching.
Oh, that's a little messenger off the right sidewall to clear out the 4-pin. Leaves himself just a 3 in the 6.
A fill of 8. Letting the wood settle as it inches a little bit closer.
2 in a row.
Michael Legendre not messing around. 2 spares to start with. Little ball to clear out of the channel. Nothing Earl can't handle. Over on 36.
Oh, multitasking, huh? With the ball out of one channel, the wood down.
Double duty. He's on overtime now.
Man.
That was his limit right off the bat.
Such an art form to it, and Earl does a great job.
Back. Bob Caliri to open, and he'll take out 7. Leave the 1, 2, and the 4.
He also needs a quick start. Missing to the right.
Same spot, perhaps a little bit closer. So that's a 7 for Bob to start with. Opposite those 2 spares, and with 2 early marks, Michael's in good shape in this 1-game match.
Light hit for Bob Caliri. See the 5, 7, 8, 6, and 10.
He'll be open 1 and 2. And down some 13 pins right off the bat, plus this ball from Michael Legendre. Michael with that average of 109 on a pace to surpass that. It's early, but with the 2 spares doing well.
Pulled that one to the left, chops out the 2 and the 8, and also somehow gets the 9, so just 3 on the spare.
And right up, that's open spot. Waiting on the ball return. Here it goes. He's all set. So it's an 8 box when it's all said and done. Pushes the total to 39.
Oh,
delivers
boy.
an 8-pin drop.
Crashing 8, but leaves himself the 7 and the 9. Piece of wood out in front of the 9, also one next just to the right of it. He'll try to play the one out in front. Oh, almost came across and got the 9.
Ten more, 49 for Michael. Now a chance for Bob to make some noise. Couple marks of his own, and it'll tighten things right up.
Drop 6, leaves the 1, 2, 6, 10.
Got the 1 and the 6 still to contend with. Gains a couple in count with the 10 box, but it's going to need some marks to get back in it.
That's a little better for Bob. Leaves a 4 and 7 possible spare leave in the 4th.
Be a natural pickup for the right-hander. Gets it. First mark for Bob Caliri, and things have just gotten a lot more interesting. Now back to Michael. Gets 5 of them to go. So after opening with those consecutive marks, Michael Legendre open in 3 straight, 3, 4, and 5.
So 57 through 5, halfway through this Challengers match. Remember, it's just that one game.
Four horsemen to the left, plus the 6 and 10.
Will it? That close to converting that difficult spare. But he'll be open again. 4 consecutive boxes now after, as John said, opening with 2 consecutive spares.
And his total is at 67, so time for Bob Caliri to go to work, maximize this fill after the spare in the 4th, and get right back into it. Gets the head pin, drops 8.
It goes way to the left, just clips that end of that wood, got a chance at it. Come on. almost, not quite far enough left. You can gain a couple more and count.
So all of a sudden, through 5 complete, it's just a 4-pin advantage for Michael. And now Bob's opposite the 10 box. So a mark here, and he'll slide into the lead potentially.
Big ball by Bob Caliri. Drops 9, leaves the kingpin, the 5.
There you go. Strong rebound from Bob after just 15 pins total in the first 2 frames. His game's come alive a bit. Spares in 4 and 6 now. And he'll have the fill in the 7th. Michael needs to get back on the mark trail. Won't be here in the 7th. Nine added to the total, up to 76 through 7.
Here's the big strike.
He was saving that one, got it in the crucial 8th box. A strike for Michael Legendre.
You see the replay of the strike right in the 1-3 pocket, and just a matter of time before the kingpin went down to 5. Oh, just 2 on Bob's spare.
Feel the momentum shifting as Bob gets just 2 on the fill, total of 8 in the 7th to 73. He's down 3 and now against the strike.
Got possibilities here in the 1-3-10. Really would like to put a mark up opposite that strike that Mike has posted already.
Misses to the left though. So he's down 5 plus these next 2 balls from Michael.
Chance for the knockout punch here. Working on the strike.
Gets 8 in the first part of the fill. 2 pins over to the right, 6 and 10. Wood in front. Will the 10 go? No, it'll move. Just got the 6, and the 10 was thinking about it. Open in the 9th, but all 10 pins to push the total to 105.
A mark here would force Bob Caliri to throw consecutive strikes. But even I've said that, Bob Caliri is going to have to come up with 2 marks anyways to catch Mike. What do you do? Go for the head pin, try from all, or just a 2? He goes for the head pin, and that's a huge 10 box.
Beautiful execution. Wow. All those pins important.
I like a gambler, and that's what he did. Went for the head pin and cleared them all out. That's a huge 10 box in the end. Bob needs 2.
2 and the 4. Nip the wood, but nothing else.
And now he'll have to throw consecutive strikes in the 10th to have a chance. Double strike in 6 is what he needs.
No, he will not get it. So Michael Legendre is going to take on Jeremy Seaholm. Bob Caliri threatened for a while in the middle boxes. Not his day, though. Michael and Jeremy, the matchup for the championship. Jeremy looking for 3 in a row. 115 to an even 100 for Bob Caliri. A 15-pin victory for Michael Legendre. He's on to the championship match. And that's next, right here on CNA. Challenge, the mission for our reigning champ, Jeremy Seaholm, looking for his 3rd championship in his many attempts. He will take on Michael Legendre, of course. You just saw defeat Bob Caliri, 115 to 100. As is traditional, the champ going first in this 2-game championship match. Rough start.
Kind of a groan from the crowd, so didn't have to see the ball to know that was not good. Just takes out just the 3-pin and almost follows it and almost converts it for a spare somehow.
$10 instead.
It's not a bad $10 considering the start he had. Nine and 10, piece of wood out in front, as well as one resting next to the 9-pin.
Pair of 10s for Jeremy, total of 20. Dave Barber, Bobby Betancourt, 2 bowlers that Jeremy has previously defeated in championship matches. Now he's up against Michael Legendre from North Attleboro, Massachusetts.
2-4-6 left for Mike, trying to split the 2 and the 4.
He too will be open. Box 1, game 1 of 2 for the championship. Jeremy, the very early edge by 1 pin.
That close to converting that difficult spare leave, but he leaves the 4-pin.
Two 10s for Jeremy, 2 9s for Michael. Here's your score, 20 to 18. A drop of 6.
Oh, will he carry it? Yes, he does. Just enough to carry that 8-pin. Watch, off the wall for the 7 and just nudging the 8 for the spare. And he drops 7 on that spare. Triangle, 5, 8, 9. Piece of wood, make it 2 in a row. Yes.
Yes. Spare in the 3rd, spare in the 4th for Jeremy. Michael Evan answers some 4 frames into a game 1.
Oh, was that a quick strike or what?
Very
Slow the
nice
replay down on that one. Watch closely. Wow, just exploded.
And the first part of its fill gets him 4 pins. $9 after that strike. To Jeremy. Another tough fill. Just 2 on the fill. $7 in the 5th. His total at 56. 2 marks for Jeremy, 1 for Michael. The 1 for Michael.
Well, he's going to try the wood on the right, I'm sure. I don't know if it's got enough angle to carry the 4-7. Yes, it does. Great shot.
Nice execution.
See the replay off the wood, carries into the 5, and then continues on into the 4 and then the 7. Play the front piece of wood low, to the right of the red line. Hopefully the ball will take the 6-10 and the wood will take the 8. It's going way to the left. His choice was the second piece of wood. Choice.
Should have done that right off the bat.
Well, sometimes you're a little indecisive. That certainly could have made the shot with the other wood, but I think his easier shot was that one he just played for the 10 box. And now you definitely know it is, because when you miss one, you always come back with an 8-9 or a strike. Everything but the kingpin.
No question about how to play this one. Target that number 5.
He's got it.
For the spare, both bowlers with marks in box 6, and pretty even match so far. We'll step aside, finish up game 1 when we come back with the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. Glad you're with us for another edition of the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. 6 boxes into game 1 of our 2-game championship match, and there's the reigning king of the hill, Jeremy Seaholm. 1 pin advantage over Michael Legendre, and a fill here to start the 7th. That's going to get him 5 after the spare in the 6th.
Oh, a nice effort there. I don't know how the 7 pin stood up. Figured the 6 and 10 were his problem pins. He cleared those out without a problem.
$9 added to the 71, and Jeremy's at 80 through a 7.
Oh, there's a big strike by Jeremy, our champ.
Coming in the 8th. His 4th mark. First strike, 3 spares, and now that strike. Michael in the 7th. Of course, Legendre advanced with a 115-100 win in the Challengers match over Bob Caliri. Looking for a spare right here after a good 9-pin fill. And he'll miss to the right. Missed opportunity at that.
Oh, a 3-pin advantage for Mike, our challenger, but he's facing a strike now, posted in the 8th frame by our champ, Jeremy Seaholm.
Can he match it? No, not this time.
Oh, boy. Excellent effort on the 1, 3, 6, and 9, but as you can see, the 9-pin remains.
$10. And now a couple of big balls coming up from Jeremy. At that strike in the 8th, he'll fill it up with the next 2. That's 6. One more. 7 total on that fill.
Missing to the right, leaves himself the 1-2-5. And then, of course, the 7 in the left-hand corner. Piece of wood behind the 2 and 5 should help. Just the object pin being that head pin. So 2 open frames for our challenger to work on. Possibly take the lead going into that second game.
See what Michael can do to finish up game 1. His last mark came 6th.
Trailing by 4.
And opposite the 9 here in the 10th and final frame of game 1.
Decent break by missing the head pin. Head pin plus the 10 pin. Piece of wood behind the number 1 pin should help him with a 10. Oh, again, missing the object pin. Both bowlers.
Matches the 9 and the lead stays at 4. 115-111 for the champ, Jeremy Seaholm. We're back to start game 2 on CN8 after these messages. The championship match. The reigning champ going to enjoy the comforts of his seat for a few more minutes as Michael Legendre goes first in game 2. He's down 4 pins, 115-111.
Oh, almost a strike. Rocking 3 pin. Laid the wood a little too far left, I think. Obviously left the 3 pin.
Gets it that time, but it's a 10 box. Mark free. Over to lane 36, his second box.
Oh,
There you go.
could have just easily been 2 strikes in a row. You see the replay of that strike. Remember, the lead was only 4 pins coming into the second game.
Oh, a second chance.
I think Jeremy thought the wood would cover this pin, and I didn't like the wood to begin with, but came off this left sidewall for that 5 pin. A disappointing 4 fill.
You have to take better opportunity of that. No back-to-back marks, though. Just that 1 up for the 3rd ball. overall lead. Now at some 8 pins for Jeremy as he stretched it by 4, doubling it here over the first 2 boxes. Game 2.
Looking for the double. 9-pin drop, then the strike, another 9-pin drop. Pretty close to $1,000 or a piece of it. Right now, needs the 4-pin for the spare on strike.
Yes. So all of a sudden, the momentum shift is evident. And 6 more.
1, 2, 6, and 10.
See how the champ responds, looking for 3 in a row, and now on the short end of this score. Can he match the mark in the 3rd? That is a 4-pin drop. Just that 7 over to the left. So Jeremy's open here in the 3rd.
Down by 15 in this game and down by 11 overall. Wants that wood to turn and flatten out. Oh, it didn't quite flatten out enough. Difficult spare. Got to be above right of the red line. That was a good spare by our champ. Made it look easy. Much needed as well.
6 boxes to go for each bowler. Horseman left for Michael. Three of them. But he leaves the head pin. And 10 box 64 in this game.
He had 2 marks the first string, the first game, a strike and a spare, but he was open the last 4. Doesn't want to do that in a championship match. That close to a strike.
No on the 10.
Difficult spare for a right-hander. Nothing difficult about that.
Not for that righty.
Big as that. Big 9 fill on the spare. Knots the match up all even. Oh. Sliding to the right of the 5-pin. Looked like he let up in that ball a little bit. Didn't throw at the same speed as he's been normally throwing it.
So it's a 10 box.
Dead even tie. Back. Not bad at all. The 1, the 8, the 9, and the 10, but 2 pieces of wood. If he catches the head pin, good chance of making this. Matching spares.
4 boxes to go, folks. Stick around. Should be a good finish on CNH. Michael Legendre and Jeremy Seaholm. And we're all set. Guys wrapped up in the clapping, but now ready to go.
Here we go. Final 4 frames. Both bowlers working on spares. The match dead even.
And that's a 7 on the fill for Michael.
left with a legitimate spare lead in the 1, 2, and 4.
Yes. Spare in the 7th after 1 in the 6th. Had a strike in the 2nd, followed by a spare, so consecutive marks on 2 occasions.
There's the bowler's got to tell himself, I want the hit. I have to have the hit. And he does, and drops 8. 5 and 8 left. This would put a lot of pressure on our champ. Oh, he does. 3 in a row. Can he answer?
Let's see if it's in Jeremy Seaholm. Drops 5, 4, 7, 3, 6, 10.
Difficult spare lead. Going to try to split the 3 and the 6. The lead is now 10 for our challenger, but he has a mark already posted in the 8th. Jeremy, to keep it at a 1 mark deficit, needs a mark.
Looking at 4 pins.
1, 2, 7, and 9. And he gets it. Oh.
Don't write him off just yet.
You see the replay, almost capped that piece of wood, and I thought his problem pin would be the 7, and that's the last one to go.
Michael, so strong. 3 marks in a row. 3 spares. Good chance to get his 4th.
Timeout, so Earl.
Clad in his yellow jacket once again, back by popular demand.
And the cold weather.
That too.
This is a huge mark for Mike to make 4 in a row. No, he misses an opening for our champ.
Tough there, the momentum. Almost hurt a little bit by Earl having to run out there. No offense to Earl. And Michael's run of marks over at the 3. I'll get you the update in a second. 127 through 9 as Earl updated that upon his return.
Well, 2 ways of going. I think I'd probably play the right piece of wood low.
And he'll get 1 more ball. This is good bowling from Michael here in game 2.
You can see he snaps the wood in front of the 4 pin, and it crosses the lane and clears out the 10. 137 and a ball to come. Oh, what a finish.
9 more. 146 in game 2. Total score of 257.
Well, our champ is going to have somehow come up with a remarkable spare shot here.
Not the 2 he wanted to leave. He can't do it.
Have a new champ, even with a triple strike. It would be 130, gives it 245.
So after a couple of weeks, Jeremy's run winding down. Michael Legendre is going to be the new guy. Final numbers confirm it, 257 and 234, a 23-pin victory for Michael Legendre. We are back to wrap it up. Speak with the participants when we come back.
CNA's one-on-one with
New champ, and Michael Legendre. We'll speak to him in just a minute, find out all about his victory today. But first, Trina standing by with the runner-ups. Trina?
Thank you very much. I'm back over here with Bob Caliri, and Jeremy Seaholm's joining me for the first time, and I know that you'd rather be someplace else, but Bob, we'll talk to you first. Close again, but just not quite your day.
No, I didn't bowl well. Mike made a couple of shots that he had to make, and it's just one of those things. It's a one-string match. You can't make many mistakes. I made too many mistakes, and I'm on the losing end. So we'll try again.
Well, I'm sure we'll see you back again this season. I have faith in you. And Bob, $150 for you from the ICBA. And Jeremy, $500 check. Not bad for a couple of weeks' work. What happened?
I missed a lot of spares. He made some great shots. He bowled a great second game. Like I said before, there's no defense. There's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
So good luck to him. Hopefully he'll be back.
Well, you've been known for your offense, and that's always the best defense, right? So hopefully we'll see you back again as well. And you had a nice little run, $500 from the ICBA for you, Jeremy. Congratulations. We'll head back over to you, John.
Trina, thank you. Well, Michael, we knew it was going to take something good to beat Jeremy, and you were good down the stretch. Marks at 4 of the final 5 boxes.
Thank you. I knew I had to just do it, I missed that easy single pin, but, just got to get another mark after.
You did it well.
I'd like to ask you something, going back to the Challengers match against Bob Caliri. Toward the end of that game, you had the 1, 6, 7, 10, I believe, one ball to go, and you elected to go for the head pin. You a gambler like that all the time?
Oh, yes. Just like Fico's, where I bowl at, you got to gamble.
And that really put a lot of pressure on Bob, and that's why you're here, Bob. You bowled terrific.
Thank you.
Well, it paid off, and we'll see you back here next week. Congratulations.
Okay. Thank you.
Michael Legendre, the new champ. He's back next week. Hope you are too. Thanks for watching the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge right here on CNA.